Brexit was always going to have an effect, not on just one industry. It was going to have an effect on loads of different types of industries. Most of them were obviously predicted way back in 2016. And the car industry in the UK was one of them. So why was the UK car industry, you may ask, going to be so affected by Brexit? Well, it all comes down to one simple phrase: just-in-time delivery systems. So what is a just-in-time delivery system? Well, it's as simple really as it sounds. Rather than having big warehouses stocked full of parts, which again cost a company money to have, the car industry became a point of, well, if a car gets ordered, and because of how car assembly line works, of putting a car together like a big puzzle these days, when you see the videos of the arms coming together, putting all the car parts, you can do that now. So why not create a system where you only need to order the parts you need? So then this means you don't have to have warehouse space. This means you can save a lot of money on, again, warehousing space, the cost of it, having staff in the warehouse as well, again, big cost saver. And then it all comes at an exactly timed pace. So it all arrives on the day, so it can come literally off the back of the van, off the back of a lorry, whatever's transporting it, and then it can go straight onto the production line. Then it goes click, click, straight into the car, job done. That is literally what a just-in-time delivery system is. So why would this be causing problems? Well, of course, we've now left, crucially, the EU Single Market and Customs Union, and that has a lot of rules and regulations about what these parts can do when they can cross a border, the rules of origin, maybe where these parts came from, and of course, this also slows down these processes as well. So now, when this entire network of just-in-time delivery systems had literally been built up to literally work all over Europe. I mean, you only have to look at it like an engine before it actually even gets into a car. It could have crossed the channel like 3 or 4 times, going from different production sites, doing different things to the engine to all fit it together. That's now gone. And that was a big advantage to the car industry. That was the direction the car industry was going in, especially in Europe with all its investment. But that is now gone. That access is gone. We've had the Honda Plan down in Swindon. They up and left. Now, the Nissan Plan is a different story, because that was made a whole thing about during the Brexit campaign. So it would be really embarrassing if they up and left. So the government, shall we say, gave a very, very large amount of undisclosed funding to Nissan, basically as a bribe to say, please stay, because the last thing we need is you leaving. But of course, another very big car production company, again, based down south, up and went. And others will as well, because this just-in-time delivery system is how the industry works in Europe. I can't say for the rest of the world, but that's how it works in Europe. So today we're going to go over to, this is Local London, a website here, to see what their take is on basically saying that, well, the car industry is, well, just going to exit. It's just going to leave, because the costs and the time are all gone. It's ruined the industry here in the UK. So before we do that, please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below there are links to my Patreon page, as well as a one-off donation link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can, well, buy me coffee. And as always, thank you very much to all those people who do support the channel that way. So, like I say, this is Local London with the title of Brexit. Oh, pardon me. Is it time for the car industry to exit? Since the implementation of the new Brexit protocols, in the manner of which the United Kingdom imports and exports goods throughout the EU will change, when the UK was still trying to decide whether to remain or leave it in the EU, many argue that these changes to the normal protocol and the routine of trade and exchange in and out of the UK could have a very negative impact on the UK economy. However, many decided the risk was worth taking, and we are now starting to see the consequences of our actions. The new Brexit Protocol starts at the beginning of 2020, and checks will be implemented at UK borders on goods exported from the European Union. Despite the backlash by many of the opposing movement of the referendum, economists and the UK government said that the new trade deals and protocols that were coming into place would have a positive economic effect. I want to say economists haven't had a very good view on Brexit, so that's a very misleading take to say. I'll say that now. However, as time is passing, these protocols have started affecting the very large Welsh automotive industry, which make up at least 3% of all industries in Wales. Unfortunately, amidst the pandemic, with the demand for cars falling and the uncertainties of the Brexit referendum and the negative effects of COVID-19 and the pandemic, the sector has taken a hit. This will be putting up at least 16,000 jobs at risk within the Welsh automotive industry. As a result of the new Brexit protocols in place, many transport and export businesses have complained against the constant delay due to the paperwork and the newly found registration protocol and checks which take place at the borders. This is having a very adverse effect on consumers and businesses which import goods from other countries in the European Union. Businesses nationwide argue that they could very well run out of stock if the situation continues like this. This will have a very significant negative impact on the consumer satisfaction and therefore negatively affect the consumer demand and particularly ruining the money brought in by businesses and therefore affecting the amount of money added to the UK economy. Due to the negative impacts that have been noticed so far, the UK government has decided to delay these until January of 2022. Due to the business concerns, personally, I believe that the UK government should help support local businesses and manufacturers located in the UK to help deliver a faster method of importing and exporting products quickly. Does the writer know that one of the ways the government could help with that is by rejoining the Single Market Customs Union? You know, something that they said they wouldn't do. Oh dear. Due to the heavy waiting times, we are already seeing some automotive companies based in the UK moving production lines to the EU instead of continuing productions in the UK to dodge the waiting times. This will only lead to job losses and negatively affect the UK economy. Are we surprised? Let's have a look at comments. Well, the comments weren't that interesting. But yeah, no surprise there. No surprise there at all. This has been said since the very beginning of what would happen. We said what would happen. We explained the reasons all the way back in 2016 why it would happen, because of course, again, it's like a jigsaw piece. You know, you've basically got this full picture, and then someone goes, I wonder what happens if you remove like the centerpiece. And then someone says, well, obviously it doesn't complete the puzzle. And it says, well, I'm going to do it anyway, just to see what happens. Yeah. Again, Brexit was based on the fantasies of some very, very libertarian right-wing thinkers here in the UK, who basically, if they generally went out and said what they intended to do, which was to make the UK a low tax, low regulation country, it would have never have gotten through. We are in the hardest possible form of Brexit because of these people. You know, they were the ones who ousted Theresa May. They were the ones who, again, supported Boris Johnson's deal and then now no longer support it. Again, reasons. We are in this situation because of the Brexiteers. And that is the truth. And currently, even they are desperately trying to find scapegoats because they can't blame the EU anymore. Because remember, we're not in the EU. How can you blame something that we are not a part of anymore? Again, as I said all the way back, multiple times throughout the years doing this. This was what was going to happen, and it will make them look completely foolish for doing so. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a one-off donation link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can, well, buy me coffee. And as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all next time.